Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Thanks for watching, and here's what's happening. A memorial ceremony was held on the steps of the Soldiers and Sailors Monument at Public Square to mark the 20th anniversary of the attacks on September 11th. During the ceremony, members of the military and Cleveland safety forces laid wreaths around the steps in remembrance of those who died during that tragic day.
The wreath in memory of all first responders lost on 9/11. Chief Angelo Cavello from the Cleveland Division of Fire.
Cleveland Fire Chief Angelo Cavello reflected on the terrible loss of life that occurred on that day.
It's a remembrance of 20 years ago of 9/11, where we lost 343 of our firefighters in the towers, along with police, EMS personnel, the civilians working, just going to work that day. A beautiful day like today, sunny skies, blue skies, and that tragic event. So we're here to remember and to never forget.
You can watch the September 11th memorial service in its entirety only on TV20 and every time you want on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page.
On behalf of the board of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation, I'd like to welcome you to the 75th anniversary of One World Day.
People from all over the area came to the Cleveland Cultural Gardens to celebrate theirs and other people's heritage at the One World Day celebration. Dr. Wael Curry, president of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation, eloquently summed up what One World Day is all about.
One World Day is a celebration of international cultures here in Cleveland, a recognition of the values and importance of living together and celebrating together. International communities are proud of their heritage and committed to enriching the United States with their culture and arts.
In his remarks to the crowd, Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson said education is the key to eliminating hate.
It is very appropriate that we celebrate 75 years, particularly in today's world where things are so polarized and people are so against someone else for reasons that even they don't understand sometimes. So it's always good when we get together and we learn each other, because once we learn each other about each other, it becomes more difficult to hate.
You can watch the One World Day Parade of Flags and Welcoming Ceremony in its entirety only on TV20 and TV20 Cleveland's YouTube page. The American Sickle Cell Anemia Association Man Omega Psi Phi fraternity teamed up with Daniel E. Morgan Elementary School for the 4th annual Sickle Cell Awareness Walk.
Sickle Cell Awareness Month, which is this month, September. And many people don't realize that sickle cell anemia, it's in all races, and it is the most common inherited blood disorder in the United States and in the entire world.
So we want to make sure that we not only educate our students academically, but we also educate our students and our parents about the importance of having a healthy lifestyle. And so this is what today is about, having a healthy lifestyle.
Each year, students are more than excited to come out for the walk and learn more about this disease that more than 100,000 Americans live with.
My father passed away from sickle cell disease when I was 8 years old. Also, my grandmother, 2 aunts, and an uncle. And I have a daughter who lives with sickle cell disease right now. She's at Ohio State. She's a senior. She's working on her biochemistry and Spanish degree. So just to have an event where young people are aware of sickle cell disease, it's just awesome to me.
I was just looking at all the kids and, you know, their costumes and hats, and they're really learning important stuff at an early age, which is going to really help this whole event. We were getting compliments, the kids were looking at us, and we were trying to encourage them to work on their education and educate them about sickle cell.
So the kids really look forward to this. This is something that we started annually, so it's an annual event, and we always give it a theme. So the kids love the themes, and we talk about how we connect these themes to actually healthy lifestyles. And so this year it was like Pirates, let's capture COVID. And so we want parents to actually seize this moment. We're really trying to talk to them about being vaccinated, the importance of getting vaccinated, and the importance of making sure they're tested. And we practice every single day. You see, even though we are outside, all of our scholars still have masks on. So we want them to get used to and accustomed to wearing their masks and just being safe.
Cleveland's Midtown is now home to more than a dozen public murals after this year's Cleveland Walls Mural Festival.
Cleveland Walls is a mural festival, an international mural festival that we've been planning for the last 2 years in partnership with Powwow Worldwide and Land Studio. Outside of just doing the mural project, we also wanted to do something that was fun and for the community, so we also have this film festival that's going on to the right of us, as well as a music festival. This opportunity came along for us to be able to work with Powwow, which is this international mural platform, and we thought that it would just be a wonderful opportunity to bring to Cleveland.
23 artists, 11 from Cleveland and 12 invited both nationally and internationally, worked together to create 19 original and unique street art murals throughout the Midtown neighborhood. Local artist Isaiah Williams was one of the invited muralists, and he said the opportunity was vital to Cleveland.
I think it's super vital to any city, especially Cleveland, to beautify it, because it makes people feel like they take pride in their city. It gives art has always been a way of generating emotions, capsulizing history and telling stories. So I think it's a good way to bring character and culture and color to a city.
Local entrepreneurs and small galleries also popped up across Midtown for the occasion. For artists looking to make their mark or residents who wanted to try their hand at spray painting, open canvases and free art supplies were provided to attendees, courtesy of the event sponsors.
Kids need that. Whether it's music, art, anything. It's powerful. I feel like it's powerful, and like what these guys are doing here with this, that's in my heart, that means a lot.
The murals are open 24/7, rain or shine, throughout the Midtown neighborhood. For a map of all the murals, you can visit midtowncleveland.org/Cleveland Walls. Cleveland Museum aficionados can now say ciao to the recently opened Italian-American Museum. TV20 correspondent Alex Picterna has the story.
Found in the heart of Cleveland's Little Italy neighborhood, director Pamela Dean hopes her museum's first exhibit, Faith, Family, Ambition, will capture the spirit of the Italian people and how their stories intertwine with Cleveland's.
The purpose of the museum is to present the history of Italians in Northeast Ohio and to teach that history as well. I think a lot of people believe they know the history, but they don't know the full story. So we wanted to present that and really open people's eyes to all the ways that Italian Americans have contributed to Northeast Ohio.
This year's Feast of the Assumption was the museum's first big day. Those who visited were greeted to authentic Italian American artifacts and documents, courtesy of the Western Reserve Historical Society.
It was a really great, exciting experience. We had over 1,500 people come through our doors during the time of the feast.
Director Dean hopes the museum will present a side of Italian American history not often heard and has big plans for the legacy the museum will carry.
So I hope that the Italian American Museum will become a center for not only history, but for the preservation of the culture and the perpetuation of the culture. I hope that younger children, Italian American children especially, will come and learn about their heritage and continue to carry that forward to future generations. And I also hope that people who aren't Italian American will come and enjoy the museum and learn a little bit about Italian heritage other than the mafia stories.
The museum is located at 12111 Mayfield Road. To learn more, you can visit iamcle.org or call 330-285-2950. For TV20, this is Alex Picterna.
Be sure to watch the latest episode of Frank Talk, hosted by Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson. Mayor Jackson's guests are Brian Kimball, Interim Director of the Cleveland Department of Public Health, and Dr. Karen Cooper, Medical Director for the Cleveland Department of Public Health. This episode of Frank Talk gives an update on COVID-19 cases and gives a closer look at the Delta variant. You can watch Frank Talk only on TV20 or anytime you want by subscribing to the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. We'll be right back after this.
Young brother, if you pick up this to settle a petty dispute or beef over a girl or perceived diss or territory, there are only two places you will end up. Either in a 6 by 8 foot hellhole known as a prison cell, or here in the cemetery, in an even smaller kind of box, a coffin. We don't need another tombstone, street corner shrine, vigil, or mother in tears wailing about how the son she loved died alone in a hail of bullets on a cold, dark city street. We've had more than enough of that. What we do need, however, are more young men who go on to become business owners, doctors, lawyers, and teachers. More young men who live long enough to become great fathers and grandfathers. Knowing how to load and cock a pistol and pull a trigger doesn't make you a man. So don't settle your arguments with a gun. Talk it out. Don't shoot it out. We give a damn about you. Your life matters.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Cleveland's West Side Market welcomed the public to their first ever Summerfest, showing off all the market has to offer and then some.
It's been probably about 10 years since we've had an event of this size here that's been open to the public.
Morgan Taggart is the director of FAIR, Food Access Raises Everyone, the organization that coordinated with the West Side Market to put on the festival.
So today's event is really the culmination of a 6-month engagement process to really reach out to community residents and community partners in the city of Cleveland to understand and kind of articulate a vision for what the West Side Market could be. And so we met with residents in several neighborhoods, did about 70 interviews with community partners, ideas around art and performance and engaging families and kids and cooking demonstrations and new vendors that really reflect the entire city and our cultural heritage and the diversity of Cleveland. They really saw that the market had the potential to do that, and so today we really wanted to try and make that happen.
Felicia Hall, manager of the West Side Market, said they are testing out a new project at the festival.
We're also here for this day to debut a pilot project, which is to introduce day stallers to the West Side Market.
So they've been able to use the space for the day, bringing in a real diversity of different types of products to really fill kind of some opportunities at the market.
So you'll see a lot of nice new products and vendors on the inside, along with some resources throughout the city to help people with what they need with different organizations.
Both Taggart and Hall want you to know that the West Side Market is many things to many people.
It's here, it's open, it's vibrant, it's for everybody. It's a place where you can start a business. It's a place where you can bring your family. It's a place where we can celebrate the food, arts, and culture of the amazing neighborhoods of the city of Cleveland.
For more information on FAIR, Food Access Raises Everyone, visit the FAIR Project. That's FARE.org, thefairproject.org. And to see what is happening in the West Side Market, visit westsidemarket.org. You want to know what happens when life gives you pickles instead of lemons? You deal with it. That's exactly what a number of vendors from all over did with their pickles for the second annual Cleveland PickleFest.
We make really good pickles. I mean, they taste good. We sample. People come and they taste it and they want to buy. We had a woman earlier said, I love pickles. I get them all over the country, and yours are by far the best I've ever had. So we really like that. We like the love. So it's nice. It's nice. People you see and they're all smiling, enjoying themselves. We make them happy. So it's a great feeling.
I came out here for the PickleFest with my grandpa because he lives here. We've never been here before. When we lived here, we only just found out about it. We thought we'd try and come out and see what it's all about.
PickleFest is a celebration of all things pickled and volunteerism in our community, said Joy Banish, Executive Director of the Greater Cleveland Volunteers.
People in the Cleveland area love pickles, So we have a lot of different pickle vendors here today selling all sorts of food. We also have people selling things besides pickles. There's food trucks here, there's a bunch of beverage trucks, and people are so creative in thinking about different ways you can pickle food. So it's not just about the pickle, it's about anything pickled.
The most intriguing item at this year's PickleFest had to be the chocolate-covered pickle made by the Chocolate Moonshine Company.
Everybody that I've sold them to has liked them, including my son tried one. It's dill spears dipped in our superfine chocolate. All our chocolate is imported from Belgium, so it's really excellent quality chocolate, and you have great pickles, so how can you go wrong, right?
This event really is about highlighting all the good work Greater Cleveland volunteers are doing in the community and how fun to do it around pickles. It's so great to have people of all ages, from young to old, all ages here, and the parking lot is full. We're grateful for the school district for letting us be here, and it just creates a family-friendly event that people can come out and learn more about Greater Cleveland volunteers, have fun, listen to good music, eat some fun pickles.
Food Truck Friday is going on every Friday at the Food Stamp, now until the end of September. Cornell Calhoun III, Cleveland's Arts and Culture Coordinator, spoke with the owner of one such food truck, Heavy on the Sides.
Greetings, Cleveland. I'm Cornell Calhoun III, Arts and Culture Coordinator for Mayor Frank G. Jackson in the city of Cleveland. It's TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday. So I'm out here by the Free Stamp. Today, I am featuring Heavy on the Sides, and that's sides with a Z. And I have with me the owner, Destiny Lewis. Heavy on the Sides with a Z. Where did that come from?
Just being a girl, you know, you always add sides to everything, so that's where the Z came from. But Heavy on the Sides really just came from me being younger and going to family functions and stuff like that, and we always was real heavy on the side dishes. We didn't really eat pork and stuff like that, so, you know, it was just few meats with our entrees. It was a whole bunch of sides, so.
So, how did you wind up at Friday's food truck?
Thanks to you, absolutely. But I guess just word of mouth, and you know, anything that, like anything, you work hard enough, somebody gonna notice you, you know? Okay, so what is the menu specialty for Heavy on the Sides, would you say? All our side dishes, we don't use any beef, any pork and anything, no grease, everything is air fried when it comes to meats. Our side dishes, some of the menu items we have are macaroni and cheese, greens, green beans, mashed potatoes and gravy, rice and gravy, all the good soul food side dishes.
What would you tell someone if they wanted to start a food truck? How difficult was it for you to get started?
I think everything in life is difficult, you know. You just shrug and get through everything, and as long as you keep going and you don't lose faith, I think you can do anything. As far as advice, I think that the most biggest thing that I came to see that I was making an error in is I initially started it with just a thought instead of writing it down. When you write it down and you have a visual, you know, outline of it, then it's easier to accomplish any goal, you know, step by step with a business plan. So that's with anything, any business that I think you should start. I think that it is a lot easier, and you see it step by step, and you see the progress more when you create a business plan.
Well, hey, Destiny, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I can sample some of them sides, you know what I'm saying? All right, okay, we're out Cleveland, Friday's food truck, and we'll be out here each Friday to the end of September from 11 a.m. till about 1:30 p.m.
And finally, a Labor Day tradition has returned to Cleveland. All eyes were to the sky as the Thunderbirds and other military and stunt planes put on a show over Burke Lakefront Airport. Navy pilot Lieutenant Adam Vacante Talarita is here to share his love for flying to others.
We flew out here in a couple F-18s out of China Lake, California. We've been flying this thing for about 8 years personally now. We've taken it all over the world and all over the country as well. So we're out here to show our love for aviation and hopefully encourage some people out at home to get out there and start flying.
Besides all the excitement in the sky, there was plenty to see ground level at the air show. People got a chance to tour a variety of planes, eat some delicious foods, and watch the world's fastest truck race a jet. Overall, it was a fun weekend at the air show at Burke Lakefront. TV20 is streaming live 24/7. Visit TV20Cleveland.com to see our live feed and more. Stay connected to TV20 wherever you go by liking and following us on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to watch our numerous programs. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.